to another episode of the A Miracle Marketing Podcast, where we bring you interviews from business owners, celebrity guests, and hot topics. I am your host, Brandon Adams. My co-host, super producer, Big Perion. Hopefully he will be joining us today. I know he's usually up having late night music sessions, producing these great hits for you. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. And if you would like to be a guest on the show, send us an email to amiraclepodcast@gmail.com. On today's show, we have a very special guest that we would like to bring on the show. She's in a new hit film that is coming up on BET Plus called Incision. So without further ado, welcome to the show, Miss Princess Elmore. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
All right. So, you got this big hit film that you're in called
Mhm.
Incisions. That's going to be with Parker, McKinney Posey, and some other big names. So tell us a little bit
Mhm.
about your role in the movie, whatever you can touch on at this point.
Well, without giving too much away, it's a movie with Brandy Evans
Okay.
and Parker McKinney Posey,
Mhm.
and so many other great, talented actors as you will find in this film as well. But as far as my character, I play Dr. Cheryl Grant.
Okay.
I am a chief of surgery
Okay.
at Greg Grant Surgery Center. So Brandy Evans, she is I'm her mentor.
Okay.
She's a resident there at the hospital at Mercy Hospital. I think that's the name of it. I can't remember the name of the hospital, but I believe I want to go. We're going to go with Mercy for now.
Okay.
And she's a resident. I am her mentor. She follows me around. Um, I have encouraged her to actually be the doctor that she is. And unfortunately, her sister is caught up in a situation where there is a organ harvesting ring. And unfortunately, she ends up in our hospital. And of course, Brandy, being Dr. London Pierce, she actually wants to make sure, try to get revenge on the people that actually do something with her sister. They actually try to take, well, they did take her kidney from her. So
Uh-oh.
she's in the hospital. She's in a coma. She can't do anything. So Miss Dr. Pierce, played by Brandy Evans, tries to get some revenge against the people that are doing it. So she goes in a little deeper, try to find out how it's done. She gets in contact with Winston, played by Brett Zimmerman,
Mhm.
and he's actually over the ring. So what they do is try to take your organs, they try to sell them. And of course, this is things that have happened in real life. And she's trying to get in so that she can figure out who is actually behind it and go from there. So that's where you also meet Miss Parker McKenna Posey. She plays Gia, which she is also a part of the organ harvesting ring. And from there, all hell breaks loose.
Okay.
Everything goes on with that. Me, of course, I'm trying to keep Dr. Pierce her head on straight, make her focus on what is at hand. Um, she has other patients that she needs to worry about, but she's only concerned about the ones that have been brought into our hospital without kidneys. And if you have seen the trailer, there is a few that has been brought to our hospital without kidneys, and she's just going all the way to the point where she's looking at people that have already passed, they have died. She's trying to figure out things that way, like trying to just do too much. Me, I'm trying to encourage her that don't go down this road. It's not a good road to take, and it may not be good for your career. And so Dr. Grant goes into a lot of things that you will see in the film with Dr. Pierce and myself. And I think that's probably all I can really say right now about my
You gave
character.
you gave us a lot, so we want to look forward to it. Um,
Definitely
and
look forward to a lot of twists and turns in this one.
okay, and when will this be out?
It comes out June 6th, which is next Thursday on BET Plus.
Okay.
It is directed by Dale S. Lewis. He's also has directed other films and other TV shows that's out there. One in particular, Wicked City,
Okay.
that I was on as well. So I have worked with Dale and also the producer, Melissa Llewellyn Alston. I've worked with both of them. So this is, it was just a reunion for me just to be able to work with them again and to also have the privilege to work with Brandy Evans and also Parker as well, and so many others in the film.
Okay. And for those that don't know who Parker McKinney Posey is, if you ever seen My Wife and Kids,
Right.
she's all grown now, but she was the little girl that was probably what about 6 or 7?
Katie.
Yeah.
Kate, yeah, she played Katie, and I look at the show at it because it actually still come on
It
to
still
today.
comes on
It still comes
yeah,
on, and yeah, when she first started that show, she was a little bitty
a little
something.
bit.
I
Yep.
think she was probably maybe like 4 years old, 3 or 4
Mhm,
years old when she first started that role and grew up on the show.
mhm.
But yeah, we get to see her amazing skills, and they are a mess together. Both of them, Brandy Evans, of course, she plays in P Valley.
Okay.
So if you guys ever watch P Valley, she is one of the she has one of the lead roles there on P Valley. I cannot remember my name. I have to ask my husband because he just absolutely loved P Valley. So
Okay.
so I have to ask, but you'll be very this movie is going to take you on a ride for sure from beginning to the end.
Okay. Well, we look forward to
Yes.
seeing that. So I wanted to talk about your career because you've been in a lot of things. You've been in Chicago Med, you've been in Atlanta, you've been on The Shy,
Mm-hmm.
Dynasty,
Mm-hmm.
all of Queen's Men. So
Right.
lot of big shows, a lot of big shows. So tell us, how long have you been acting and how did you get started?
Oh my gosh, that's a good question. You're taking me back. Hold on, let's see.
Okay.
I actually started in stage. I
Okay.
started doing theater stage. It all started when I used to do like the plays that we would have at church.
Hmm.
And I would just always end up with either a role that I had to sing or just one of the leading roles in stage. And then that went to doing different local stage plays here in Georgia. And then I did a traveling stage play that we just traveled to different states and everything like that. And I love it. I absolutely love stage. I did not even know that I was so passionate about TV and film and wanted to do TV and film until my now 17-year-old. He was booked in a film. He hadn't had any practice or anything. I think he was probably like 6 years old then. And I said, you know what? The TV and film might be a little bit it might be a little bit interesting just being on set with him and seeing how everything works. So different from stage because with stage, of course, you have to do theater, you have to go through all the rehearsals every week, a couple of times. But on TV and film, you have one quick rehearsal and then they're like, okay, action, it's time. Let's see. We're rolling. It's time to go. So I have to say that I started probably when I was like in elementary, and it went from there, from stage to TV and film, early in my 30s.
Okay.
So I have to say, maybe hopefully, I get this time frame right. It's probably been close to 20 years,
Hmm.
21 years that I've actually been in the entertainment industry, whether it was singing, stage, or TV and film.
Okay.
So it started when I was young and it just kept on going. But I have to say that my career really actually did not take off until I was in my mid 40s, now 50s.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So which one do you prefer more? Do you prefer stage or being on TV and film? Because there's a big difference.
It
Stage
is.
is no retakes. No retake.
Right.
Not on
No retake.
TV and film, you can make a couple of mistakes and do it over. So which one do you prefer?
Oh my gosh. I have to say, I love TV and film. I do. I mean, if I get an opportunity to do stage, it's great, but I have to say, I absolutely love TV and film. I eat, sleep everything about being on TV, being in films, whether it's on the big screen or small screen. I love it because it's still time consuming because you still have to study, you still have to prepare yourself, you still have to get your mindset right on how you want to perform this particular character. But I have to say, hands down, TV and film.
Okay. And I think I probably know why.
What?
You get them residual checks and the checks is
See, I'm not gonna even see, I'm trying not to even act up. I'm not gonna try to put that out there.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
yes, it do help just a
Miss
little bit.
Princess, I know what's up. You thought I didn't know.
It helped just a little
A
bit.
little
Just
bit, you know, you get wake up and then it's a check in the mail from something you did one time.
listen, I've done the checks in the mail. Now I've got direct deposit. So now I just get that email from SAG and it's like, okay, here's some money comes. I'm ready.
There you go. There you go.
But yeah, that is one part of it. It is.
So you talked about singing. You sing as well?
Mhm. I sing as well, yes. Most of the time though, now I don't get a lot of opportunities to sing like I used to.
Okay.
So now it's probably like at church
Okay.
when I'm able to. I used to be in the choir, just doing, I still do weddings whenever I get a chance to, and unfortunately also funerals and other little church engagements that I possibly can do. I wish I could do it a whole lot more. Still hoping on a role will come where I can be able to do both, do some acting and some singing at the same time, but we'll see how it goes.
Okay. So do you have any recorded music?
I do have some singles that I did record.
Okay.
My brother-in-law actually, he used to manage me, and this was like some years ago. It was probably close to maybe 10 years ago,
Okay.
maybe more than that. But yeah, I got a few tracks out there. I don't think anybody has actually heard them besides on social media when I sometimes will put one out song out there. Like got probably like three or four.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well,
Hmm.
my co-host, who's a producer, he's out in your area, so we got to get you guys to connect. Big Perry on.
Let's do it. Yes,
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. So
Absolutely. I have to send you guys some samples.
okay, and we'll have him sing you some tracks as well.
Hey, that sounds good to me. Let's do it.
No
Let's do
problem.
it.
So
Mhm.
tell us about anything that's coming up, that we should be on the lookout for.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, of course, Incision
Okay.
comes out next week, June 6th, next Thursday, on BET Plus. It's streaming, so make sure you guys check that out. Also, you may see me in upcoming Beverly Hills Cops with Eddie Murphy. You may see me just a little bit in that one. I think that one comes out on Netflix in July. I want to say July 6th.
Okay.
And then also I just finished filming with Liam Neeson in Naked Gun. So that's coming out next year in 2025. Also have a Christmas movie that's coming out this year that I was able to work with Victoria Raoul from Young and the Restless. Not sure if you remember her, but
I
she
do.
played Drusilla.
I do.
Yes. So
Mhm.
she directs. Oh, she's an amazing woman. We have a Christmas movie coming out, Christmas in the Friendly Skies, that would be out hopefully in December. It may come out around Thanksgiving. We're not sure. We don't have a date yet for that one, but please be on the lookout for that one. And I think that's all. Oh, and also a TV series that's called Odd Man Out with Ronell Parham. That was also a project that I did a few episodes on that will be coming out on Peacock and also on Amazon Prime. I think that one comes out June. Ooh, shoot. Can't remember it. I can't remember the date, but it is in the next month,
Okay.
actually starting tomorrow. So I think it's probably like the first week in June that Odd Man Out series will be out on Peacock. So please check me out.
You've been busy.
I'm trying. I am so trying, man. I really am. I'm trying to keep busy. That's what we have to do in this industry.
So do you plan on doing any writing, producing, directing on your own projects?
Let me tell you, I have one of my girlfriends, and she's also an amazing actress. Arisha Connor. Me and her, we talk, and it's so funny because we talk a lot on social media. We've never met in person, but she's also a fantastic actress. And we first came encounter with one another. Like she would see my work, I would see her work. But we took a workshop with one of the casting directors. He work out in the Southeast in Georgia, George Pierre, and we did a workshop together, and we kind of like saw each other. We kind of like chatted a couple of times during the workshop because it was virtual.
Mhm.
And from that point, you know, she's always been so supportive. Every time I put something out on social media, she would, you know, she would also share it. She would also tell, you know, get the word out about me. So I was like, oh my God, this woman is just amazing. She's such a blessing to all actors in the Southeast, I believe. She's just, you know, she knows so many people. And we started talking, you know, during the strike because SAG, you know, we of course we just coming off a strike at the end of at the end of last year. And we said, you know what, we need to really wanted to start, excuse me, start a, you know, just writing stuff for ourselves. Because we
Mhm.
was like, well, I hope we get to work together. I hope we get to work together, you know. And it's hard because we're all close to the same in that same age bracket. So it's kind of hard for you to find two of us in one film together that's, you know, kind of like in the same age bracket and everything. So we was like, you know what, we need to start writing things for ourselves so that we can make our own characters, the look, what that character, the backstory is going to be for each character and everything. So her and I are actually working on a project now called the bridge ending, and it's a, faith-based film about two families, a woman and her son and a woman and her daughter. They come together, and it's some issues because one woman is very rich, she's very intelligent, she has her own law firm, her son is also a lawyer at that firm, and then you have the other family where it's a mother, just average woman. She just she's a school teacher. She has a daughter. She's grown as well. And but they all go to the same church, but bump heads. Both of the mothers always bump head with something. The rich mother is just looks down on the other mother, and it just goes into a lot of everything until our two children fall in love. So it goes into a whole different span of things. So we're working on that right now. I'm so glad you asked about that. But yeah, I'm trying to dip my hand in some writing and hopefully producing, directing. It'll come soon. I always want to do more as long as it's a part of this industry. Hey, I'm open to it. We'll see
Now,
what happens.
now, do you plan on playing in the project, or are you gonna just write it and be more behind the scenes?
Absolutely. It's one of those projects that we are definitely want to be in the project together. So, you know,
Okay.
I'm playing one of the mothers and she will play the other. And then of course, you know, we'll see what we can go for that with some of the connections we have in the industry. And then we'll go and try to get the, you know, the rest of the cast. Don't know how long it's gonna take. We just started this probably like a month or so ago. Haven't gotten finished because her schedule is so busy. My schedule has been so busy. So now we just have to come together, kind of finish it and see where we're going to go. And we're also a part of this group that meets virtually. She actually pulled me in. It's called the Actor Networking Work Group. Where you share your projects, and from that group, we do reads on the Zoom every Sun, not every Sunday. I think we meet like probably once or twice a month, and we
Okay.
read our scripts, and we actually appoint people that's on the group to read for this certain character and see how it goes from there. So we hadn't gotten to that point yet, but hopefully we'll be able to start there and go from there, trying to find someone to kind of like network it out and try to see what we can go with.
Okay.
We'll see.
So, um, I don't know if anybody ever told you this, but you look very similar. And if you guys ever can play in a project together, you could play sisters. Mimi Foss.
No, I haven't heard that one. I've heard, let me see, I've heard Lisa Ray when I have
I can
my
see that.
longer hair.
I can see that.
Lisa Ray, Someone told me I look like someone else in the industry, and I cannot remember. I used to get Jody Watley as far as the singing voice with her. It's so many things, but no, Mimi Foss, I love her. That
She's
is
very,
definitely a compliment.
she's very cool in person too. Very cool. Met her several times.
Really?
Mhm.
That you know what? Hopefully, I'm always hopefully willing to work with everyone that I absolutely love to see. And Mimi is definitely one of the actresses I love to see in projects. And hopefully we'll get together. We'll see.
Yeah, you guys need to play sisters because you look alike.
Really? Now
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to go back out there and look. Now you got me curious.
Definitely. Yeah.
But that's a compliment. Oh my God. Thank you.
You're
I
very
appreciate that.
You're very welcome. So tell some of our viewers, like, what's your downtime? What are your hobbies? What are your things that you like to do?
Well, let me just say this. One of my hobbies is okay, I this is crazy and don't laugh at me, I promise.
I wouldn't
I love
laugh.
to tr-
It's
I
your
love to
it's your
travel.
hobby.
I love to travel, but
Okay,
hate to fly.
I get
I
it.
can't stand it.
I
I
get it.
cannot stand it. I love to travel, but my husband now he loves to travel and he'll get on the plane no matter what. He'll just go. So now since all of our kids are grown, my last one is 17. He graduates high school next year. That's it. We're gonna be totally done. We got all boys, 5 boys.
Empty
And
nesters.
I huh?
Empty nesters.
Empty nesters, we are definitely trying. Oh my gosh, we're trying to get them on up out of here. We got 2 more left in the house too, and those are the 2 youngest ones.
Okay.
So I love to travel, but if we're not traveling, we have 2 grandkids. Actually, my husband left this morning. I took him to the airport because we have my granddaughter lives in Kansas with my one of my sons, and she comes down here every summer for the whole month of June.
Okay.
So I love spending time with my grandkids. I got 2 granddaughters, and the other one is 1 year old. I get to see her twice a week, every week. She comes over here and spend time. So when I'm not doing auditions, when I'm not on set anywhere, when we're not traveling, I love just spending time with my grandkids, cooking, having different things to do, grilling outside. We have this big backyard out here. We have 2 dogs. So it's a lot. I love to spend time with family. So we travel with them. Got back from we went to South Africa in this past December, spent a couple of weeks there. And I love it. I love traveling, spending time with my grandchildren. We are actually getting together next week to have a movie night over here outside in the backyard to watch Incision on Saturday. So
Okay.
we're gonna have everybody over. So it's just family for me. And I love to cook. I love to cook and I love to bake, but I had to cut down on it, trying to eat more healthier and keep my husband healthy and myself. So I can't cook a lot of stuff that I used to, but hey, we still get together. I can fix some stuff up now, healthy and all. I can do it.
What's your
But
special?
yeah, cooking. My
What you
specialty.
yeah, what you hook up?
Oh my gosh. Well, my specialty that everybody loves is my banana pudding,
Okay.
my sweet potato pies,
Okay.
my sour cream pound cake,
Oh,
or
that's
my
why all these sweets. You started off with the sweets first and the desserts.
with other stuff. I'm kind of.
Okay.
But I love to cook that. I love salmon. And so I love to grill some salmon with some asparagus and cauliflower rice and which I just cooked yesterday with the salmon.
Okay.
And but I love to just cook everything. I cannot pinpoint one single thing, but I did have when we were locked down for the pandemic, I had a website, not a website, I had a YouTube channel called the Southern Cooking with Princess. So it's still out there on YouTube. You guys check it out. And it has a lot of different recipes on there, a lot of sweet stuff, apple cobbler, peach cobbler. I don't think I have any of my cakes out there. I have my favorite of all that everybody loves though is my chicken salad because it's a smoked chicken salad. Everybody absolutely love it. There's so many things. I can go on and on. I love it.
Well, it sounds like you need to do a cookbook and a baking show too.
Thought about that. And actually, I was during the pandemic, I had it was a show called It was for, oh shoot, I cannot remember the name of it, where they showcase different romance authors.
Mhm.
And they would come onto the show and we would fix a dish together and I would interview them. And this was all on Zoom where I would interview them and we would make a dish.
Okay.
So it was either a dessert or it was some type of meal, maybe. I know we made pasta, spinach and pasta one time and all different stuff. So did that for probably about 6 months during the pandemic. So that was wonderful. That was out there on YouTube as well. And about a cookbook, but I just hadn't had time to actually do it. But hey, I might do it. Wait till I get to the point where I'm ready to kind of like closely retire. Then we can talk about
There you go.
it.
Okay. Just make sure you mention me that to say Brandon from Miracle gave you them ideas.
I most certainly will. I
Okay.
most certainly will. I am. I'm gonna do a shout out every week.
Okay. So loving to travel, where's
Mhm,
some place that
mhm.
you have not gone that you would love to go?
Oh, Hawaii.
Hawaii. I've never
Hawaii.
been to
I
Hawaii
always,
myself.
oh my God, I always wanted to go to Hawaii. Canada.
I've never been to Canada.
We're actually planning a trip this fall to go to Canada. My daughter-in-law has family there, and they were just here for my daughter-in-law's sister that graduated from high school last week. So they told us, yeah, you guys gotta come, y'all gotta come. Y'all been to South Africa. We live in Canada. Y'all gotta come. So we're definitely planning a trip to Canada. So I cannot wait. I've always wanted to go to Canada for
I have
years.
two. I wanted to go to Toronto and I was supposed
Yeah.
to go, but didn't never go. So that's on the list. Hawaii's on the list too.
Absolutely. That's on the list. And so, and I think we are going to Toronto too.
Mhm.
And let me see, would not mind traveling to Tokyo, Japan, only because my son, he does a lot of anime. He's also an actor, but
Okay.
he does a lot of anime and he is an amazing artist. Oh my gosh. So he always wanted to go to Japan because it's everything about Japan. He just wants to know the language. He looks at a show that speaks completely no English whatsoever, just all Japan. And I'm just like, do you understand what they're saying? He was like, no, but I get some stuff. I'm like, okay, so you just need to you need to just take some Japanese and then we'll head on over to Japan when he graduates. But that's a trip my husband does want us to go to take him for his graduation gift next year. So we'll see if I'm ready for that. Like I said, I don't like to fly, but I just took a long 16-hour trip to to South Africa. And I think that Japan is probably like 21, 22, 23. So I might as well just add on a couple of more.
Mm-mm. I go
What,
stir,
Brent?
I I go stir crazy flying from east to west. So
I know.
all the time if I used to have to go from LA or Vegas to New York, mm,
Mhm.
I'm like,
I'm telling you,
these 6 hours
if
haven't ended yet.
if I can do it, you can do it because I am frightened. I'm telling you, I did not think that I was going to make the trip to South Africa. That's a 16-hour flight.
Mm-mm,
I
can't
did
do it.
not, but it was not bad at all. I promise you, it's not that bad at all. And then you're on a bigger plane, so you can't feel a lot of the turbulence and stuff either. So it was great. It wasn't bad.
All right. All right. Well, thank you for being on the show. We're going to be
Thank
looking
you.
out for your projects. Before you go, I want you to tell everyone where they can follow you and find you.
Oh, absolutely. On Instagram, please check me out and follow me on Instagram. I am Princess Elm. I am Princess M, the first three letters of my last name, ELM. And on Facebook is Princess Elmore. On Twitter, well, X now, it's Princess Elmore as well. Very easy. You guys check me out and make sure you follow me. And also make sure you watch Incision next week, Thursday, June 6th. BT
Right.
Plus.
All right. I'll be following you as soon as we get off this interview. And thank you for being on the show, taking the time out your day. And,
Oh, absolutely.
you know, hopefully you'll be back whenever you have any upcoming projects. You're more than welcome to come back and share. And I hope
Thank
you enjoy
you.
the rest of your weekend.
Thank you so much, Brandon, for having me. And yes, definitely give me a call back.
All
I'll
right.
be here.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Sounds good. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.